Today's Tuesday, it's the 7th of October, it's 2025, and I'm down in Magaluf. It's a beautiful sunny day and a great place to go for a walk. It's also the ABTA, the Association of British Travel Agents. It's their 75th anniversary, and they've got a big convention here in Magaluf. The first time they've done it in Calvià, but more about that in another video. So I'm just going to be taking a walk down along the new Promenade and through Calvià. It's, what time is it? Just let me check my watch. It's 11 o'clock in the morning and it's very warm. We've had a couple of days when it's been a bit cloudy and a bit cooler, but temperatures are back up to normal. Looks like they've got some sunbeds or something out here for later on. I think we might need them now. I'm just going to go over some crunchy gravel. That's the hotel where the conference is going on. It's actually that one and one next to it further down. I'm right at the very end of Magaluf here. It's 11 o'clock in the morning and the beach is absolutely full. I'm surprised actually how many people there are down here. It's a Tuesday, so not locals in particular. And lots of people in the sea, which is where you want to go to cool off, I think. The other thing Magaluf's got is the aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford, which I can see in the distance, but you probably can't because it's a very long way away. A lot of the sailors have been heading towards Magaluf. Looks like the ABTA reps have been given a special walkway to get to Nikki Beach. Last night I think they had like a cocktail evening or something here at Nikki Beach, and I guess if you've got your high heels, not so good to walk on the sand. Nikki Beach is now preparing for yet another party, another day. There's actually an important warning here about Corrifoc, about fireworks. All the beach toys are out. And this is the, I suppose, the official start of the new Promenade. Calvià have been spending a lot of money upgrading and getting ready for this ABTA convention. And one of the big things that they've done is to renew the Promenade, this section of the Promenade, creating these little green oases in the beach where people can get away from the sea a little bit, and also provides a bit of a break, a visual break between the Promenade and the sea. They don't allow them to grow too tall, they need to be controlled, but it does make it very nice. See, Ancla Verde and Titanic. I was only down here a week or so ago, chatting to the guy on the gate, on the door of the Titanic. One of the places we have been several times. So as we head towards the middle of October, the temperatures are still fantastic. It actually feels warmer than I was expecting today. So I'm guessing it's 25, 26, 27 degrees, I don't know. It certainly feels very warm. And walking along here, there's not a great deal of shade. Maybe when the palm trees have grown and it'll be a little more shady. Tom Brown's.
of days, like daytime activities, very
You've got cushions on the wall there. These walls do make good seating, so you don't actually need all the benches, which is one of the problems we had when we went to Western-super-Mare in the UK. There was nowhere to sit down on the promenade. It's just almost no seating. Something like that provides that purpose as well, somewhere to sit, and also a little break between the sand and the promenade, stops the sand blowing onto the promenade so much. And these, I think, are fitted with lights, so they get illuminated, helps to illuminate the promenade in the evening. I must try that walk, see what it looks like. There's a green flag, so safe swimming, and the lifeguards are on duty. Despite the local news saying they're on strike, there's I think they have to provide, legally have to provide a service. Turtle Beach. All the showers now unwrapped. When I came along a while ago, a lot of them hadn't been unwrapped and were not in use, and the national newspapers were talking about stopping beach showers as a way of conserving water. I'm sure that would go down very well here.
Y el juez, como nombran un juez, y los jueces que vienen,
The beach down in this section is looking particularly busy. And we've got the break here where you've got the jetty that goes out for the cruises that take you around different parts of the island. And then you've got the other half of the Magaluf beach, which looks a lot less busy. So if you're looking for a quieter beach, then that may be the one to go to. This is Hadley Club, which is where you can do your surfing. We've got this machine that does surfing. I think I could stand up for a second or two. It's the Bondi Beach. I'm normally walking in the other direction, so this is usually one of the first places that I'll come to. Today I'm going along, that's as far as I'm going. I'm now going back down towards the Magaluf strip. Very clear in the messages that are going out from the Lord Mayor of Calvià and the other officials on the island that they do want to change the image, and they're looking more family and culture and get away from the boozy type of tourism, which is what this Magaluf strip, the bars around here, have represented for a very long time. This time of the year it's not quite like that. Bars are still there, most of them are still open, but you've not got the same crowd, I don't think. So it is a lot quieter. Just going to take a photograph. I think years ago there were and very few controls about what was actually built in Mallorca and in Calvià area in particular. And we get these tower blocks which really are now so out of place. I'm sure the local council would like to see them gone. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. As I'm walking around, the streets are all wet. That's because the street cleaners are out, and that's not just because the ABTA convention are in town. It's because they do, and the streets are cleaned every day, and the place is kept really well. So whatever you see is always going to be cleaned up. Just at the back of BCM, this is another area that actually changed a lot, and it's the square, Magaluf Square, and it's really quite nice. I quite like the idea of this. You've got lots of restaurants all around, a little bit like the Santa Ponsa Square, but this one is more up to date and got lots of interesting places. See an American flag over there, trying to entice the sailors here. Some of the sailors will actually have a few days while they're on leave here, and they will choose to stay in hotels, get off the ship, and be on dry land. Some even have their families join them, or certainly have in the past. I'm not sure what's happened this year. But a little boost for the island economy. Unlike the cruise ships that come in, which the locals complain about, because the cruise ships, the passengers come in their thousands and don't spend any money. When the American warships come in, they will have been at sea for weeks and weeks on end, and they'll have a bit of cash in their pockets, and they do spend money. Estimates were between 200 and 400 euros a day for the sailors that come ashore. It's quite something. The ship has got a crew of around 4,500. Obviously all can't come off at one time, but I would imagine that nearly all of them at some point will come ashore and spend some of them dollars here on the island. This is the street I sometimes say is a little bit neglected. Certainly in our walks it's neglected, because I don't really walk down here. I'm not going to walk all the way down this time either. But there's a lot of greenery around here. Turn off here. Just looking at some of the advertising. I don't know how long this has been up, but there you go. So people heading off towards the beach. McDonald's on the corner there. Looks like I can just walk through here. So a lot of these hotels that we're walking past, the one in front of us is called Inside, and they're Melia hotels. And I was reading in the paper today that they're now doing a deal with Lionel Messi, the footballer. He's got a string of hotels in different parts of the world. Taking down the was an area where they had the Phlegm, this literature festival a few days ago. But yes, getting back to Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi's got a string of hotels, and the running of them and is going to be taken over by the Melia Group. So Melia getting into these sports personalities who want to be in the hotel business. Some of them got lashings of money to spend, so why not? This is the Melia Hotel with the swimming pool up there. Nobody in the pool. Can't see anybody in the pool anyway. And down below here in the square, we have the fountains. So you have to time it right to make sure you don't get yourself soaked. Great fun for the children. Anybody else who wants to get wet, and it's a good way of keeping cool. Starbucks, got a queue for Starbucks. They mustn't be Spanish. That was the Phlegm. It says Phlegm 24, but it was Phlegm 25, I promise you. Must be a bit like me with their dates, using last year's posters. And a green screen. All I could do with one of them. Do all sorts of magic things with a green screen. Ah, there we go. That's it, that's what it was. And that's something else you don't really associate with Magaluf, is the culture side of things. But this is something now that's been going on for years, and is changing the way we think about Magaluf. And obviously a lot of delegates came here. A lot of people came to see what was going on, like me. And it's all about culture, all about reading, about literature. And we did have some quite notable authors, including people who've been nominated for some of the most prestigious book prizes in the world, and some who might be very well known to you. The author of Bridget Jones was here talking about literature. This is the Britannia pub. Again, I'm walking in an opposite direction, so it probably does look a little bit different, a bit strange. That takes us back down to the promenade, down to the beach. I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go around this way. I see a lot of these places not open yet, so big barbecue there. And then next to that we've got the piano bar. So one of the ways you can get down to the beach there, this little path right next to Nikki Beach. come up here because Catlet Burger Bar is one that's almost always open. Today I've come a bit too early, they must open up a bit later on. But there are a few shops up here, little gallery of shops. And more importantly for me, there's a car park at the end of it where I've parked the car. Well, that's the end of my walk. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.